All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to play that again. It is time for the office hours, the first edition in 2025. We took a couple weeks off. We took a little break. We're revived, we're revitalized, we're ready to go at it. And there's only two of us today. On the right-hand side of your screen from Glenwood Springs, Colorado, sitting right next to the Colorado River. How are you, Jenny Rickle? How is life in beautiful Colorado up there at a couple thousand feet above sea level?
Cold. It's so cold, and it's just like, I'd say it was 5 degrees this morning. So, just trying to work through that. And, but it's a beautiful day, and the sky is blue and the sun is shining, and so excited for 2025. A lot of things coming up. So really just amped up for the year and what's to come.
It is. It's going to be it's a good time. And here's the best thing about your life is tomorrow you're going to see me and about other PayProTec people in person. I'm flying out to Colorado. You're Denver. You're driving into Denver. We're going to have a great time. We're doing some holiday party things, some meetups, and it's going to be a really good time. And it's going to be as cold everywhere. It's cold here. Winter is here. I don't ever warm up. I'm done. I'm ready. Let's go to summer. But at least you have mountains to look at. I look outside and just see frozen tundra. And
grateful, very grateful for the river, the mountains. Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things, and there's more than that, but we're a show. We got to do listicles. We got to do things to get your bonuses paid faster. And the fact is, I think you probably all know this, that it's not that our bonuses pay through automation on most of it. Occasionally we do manual bonuses and extra bonuses, but our peak bonuses, our activation bonuses are paid by a computer that's just figuring everything out as they go along. So what we know is bonuses pay the $200 to $500 activation bonuses. Jenny, this is a tough question. When do activations pay? When does it get triggered in the computer to pay them their bonuses?
As soon as the business, we consider activation, right? So the system considers $300. So it might be as soon as they receive the equipment and they take it out of the box and they use it and they're just slammed all day. It could be triggered that day. Maybe it takes a little bit longer. Maybe they're trying to get some stuff together and they don't start using it for a week or whatever it is. But as soon as they hit that $300 mark, the system will automatically trigger the activation bonus that's going to go to you as a sales partner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple process. You're going to get that money as soon as they start processing with us. We choose a number. I'm sure there was science behind it, but the whole time I've ever been here, it's been $300. And that was a weird ringing sound in my nose.
I'm so sorry.
Was that from you? I couldn't tell where that was.
I have really loud alarms that get my attention. My bad. I'm so sorry about that.
You're all right. I couldn't tell where it was. I just knew it was in my ears. I thought maybe it was my inner ear. I was having some issues or something.
No, Nate, you're not going crazy. I'm so sorry.
You're good. All right. So here's what we're going to talk about: ways to get that bonus faster. And really what we're saying is ways to get that merchant activating faster. And if bonuses are important to you in different stages of your life, we always say, man, our most profitable partners get to non-bonus IDs. They're taking the larger splits, but we know that a lot of you need those bonuses. You need to invest those bonuses. That money can come faster. And so you're looking for those. And that's why we provide them. But at the same time, you're going to get a lower residual because we're going to give you that bonuses. We might as well do this on this. Let's talk about our basic, I wasn't planning on this, but just the 30-second elevator pitch of our basic peak bonus structure. What are the bonuses they can get, Jenny?
Yeah. So something to keep in mind that bonuses are all based upon equipment. So Pay Anywhere has the higher bonus. It has an activation of 600 and a multiplier of 14. All other equipment, so Deja Vu, Valor, Ingenico, any of our point of sale systems, they still qualify for our peak bonus structure, but it's going to be a $300 activation and a multiplier of 12. So the bonuses are really, really great opportunities to take advantage of some additional money. Pay Anywhere does cap out at 10,000 and all other equipment caps out at 5. And I have seen it. I've seen bonuses be capped out at $10,000. So imagine a $10,000 bonus in addition to your monthly residuals with the free equipment that we provided. It is a great opportunity for the right fit.
Yep, it is. So now let's talk about low risk things that get processing faster. It's about getting them approved and activated faster. So I wrote this down: low risk, good paper, low high tickets. Why do those 3 things make a merchant get approved faster and ultimately be activated faster if the merchants are those, if you're looking to go after businesses and targeting and getting bonuses? Low risk, good paper, low high ticket. Why does that make things move smoother, Jenny?
they're just going to get activated faster, right? They're probably going to be approved same day with our auto approval process. We'll get the equipment out hopefully that day, and they'll receive it within a couple of days. So you could literally write an account on Monday, they receive their equipment and start processing on Wednesday, and then that bonus is going to hit within 2 to 3 business days. So within a week of signing an account, you could have an activation bonus if everything goes right.
Yep. And when talking about processing, depending on how you're doing and which hardware you're using, so certainly when we're deploying and it's a pay anywhere, it's going to get deployed and it's going to arrive, depending on location, in several business days. It's going to come in from a FedEx box. It's going to be shipped to either you, depending how you, the partner, or to the merchant, how you choose it, and you do it. But you can speed up some of these processes by knowing that if you're writing things that are going to get approved very quickly. I mean, we see some of our merchants, I think it's 55% of our merchants get approved within 3 hours. Mm-hmm. You could actually go sign someone up or call someone, and if you have a piece of hardware that you're employing, if you're keeping some Pay Anywhere A920s, the PAX A920s, or you're keeping some of those devices that you're regularly using, you can actually deploy those. Then we got to work on the placement deals because the serial numbers and that your relationship manager can work on it. But you could have them up and running, and we have a few partners who do it, but not many, who keep a little arsenal of their own terminals, whether it's Deja Vu's, Valor's, PAX A920s, and they can get them up and running on the same day. And I would say this, Jenny, I was thinking this in the math, and this is a math class today. If you have a merchant, let's say it's going to give you 150, let's make it easier math, $200 a month of residual. And you're like, man, this is going to be a great account. It's going to be $200 a month account. And you're going to get that bonus. That's going to be really good. But let's say it's 200 month of residual. If you get them processing 1, 2, 3 days faster, you start calculating how much residual you're getting. You're getting $6 to $10 extra residual for each day that you're getting them up and running faster. So if you get them up and running 3 days faster, that's $18 to $30. Multiply that by 10 merchants a year, it starts to make some real numbers. Plus you're getting your bonuses faster. I say choose equipment that you can deploy really, really quickly and easily. Obviously make sure you're giving the right fit. But have you seen any of our partners doing any of this where they're like thinking through that and deploying? What are some of the things they do to make sure that they can actually walk in with the terminal and get them up and running as fast as possible?
Knowledgeable about the equipment, and make sure that the download is ready before, or that they have everything set up and that they can have that download ready. So while they can go in and get them approved, set the expectation, all right, we're going to go through the approval process, but we have to have the download built. Deja Vu and Valor are nice because we do those in-house, so we can assist with those quickly. Pay Anywhere is really handy as well because you can just log in as soon as their account is set up. So I would definitely just make sure that you have everything ready, that you set the expectations, and that you're knowledgeable about the equipment that you're going to provide. Typically, back to what Nate was saying, that people who have Arsenal, they really have a favorite terminal, whether that's Deja Vu, Pay Anywhere, Valor. They literally have 3, 5, 10 of these devices sitting around, and they can literally utilize them with their eyes closed. They know all about them. So become familiar with the equipment.
I like it. And it's being ready and investing in yourself. So buying a few of these pieces of hardware, so you just keep resupply. So as you get in a place where you're able to spend $300, $600, $900, you can buy 3 terminals and just have them ready. And then as you're providing these free placements, you're putting in those terminals and you're replacing it with a new, and you're creating a system that you're just getting them up and running. And it's going to start paying for itself because if they're processing faster, you're going to make your residual faster because that's a daily calculation. It's obviously paid on a monthly basis, but every day counts. And when you're ready, it just works a lot faster and you're going to get your bonuses faster. So number one, it's pretty simple. Write good paper, make it easy. Don't put up crazy high tickets. They're going to slow down the process if they don't need it. If they need a high ticket, then work with your relationship managers and find out exactly what the paperwork may need. And if they're going to ask for $20,000 high ticket, there's going to be some banking statements and things like that, because we're protecting you and we're protecting us as a whole business. We're on the line of all this stuff. We want to make sure that we're all working together. But if you write stuff that's low risk, low high ticket, and get it moving, you can get those bonuses moving a lot faster. And then if you're using equipment that's ready to go and you're ready and prepared to make it ready to go, that's going to help. Number 3 is use the digital application. We've done a couple trainings on this over the years. You do it weekly. Paper applications, we will always, I don't foresee any time us stopping and having a team that does paper applications, but it just goes slower. Jenny, what would you say to our partners about how it goes faster when you use the digital application?
You can do an online application in 10 minutes. Once you become familiar with the process, you can create a template. So that makes it go even faster. You can do it under 5 minutes, right? You really just need to know the equipment type, the pricing that you want to set them up with, and then you need them to enter in their information. It goes by so quickly. And from that point on, back to what Nate was saying, we can get an auto approval. We can get accounts approved within 3 hours or less, especially if there's low risk merchants. So all of this combined will get an account approved typically with 1 to 2 hours. And then if you have equipment, you can get them activated within an afternoon. So we really have a lot of resources and tools for you guys. So you can go ahead and go into a business or have a meeting with a business owner. And by the time the meeting is over, they're ready to go. So it's such a great process.
I like it. So you sign up on Monday, you get the bonus on Wednesday. You can do things like that if you plan ahead, and that's really part of our fourth and fifth. Number 4 is simply follow up, follow up, follow up. Now we're using a lot of, or I am using a lot of examples of like you're walking in the door. We realize a lot of you sell over the phone. You may be selling over distances. You may be setting up, walking and setting them up, but it's 3 hours away from your home office. There are things that are do it, but making sure that you follow up and have a process. So as soon as that terminal is there, you are absolutely following up. You're calling them, you're connecting with them, you're making sure. And Jenny, we have a team, someone on the Pay Anywhere team, they actually jump in and will occasionally, well, not occasionally, they always are helping and sometimes doing that for our partners. But I think when our partners are staying ahead, being organized and making sure that they're following up with their merchants and getting them up and running, that's one of the things that so many of our partners are successful with, and those who are, they're giving up a lot of days because those terminals can just sit in a box for 2 days, 3 days, and they got weeks become months, and you're like, come on, you did all this work to get the sale and get the paperwork filled out. Let's get them processing. That's how we make money. What do you say, Jenny?
Exactly. Exactly. And so back to what you were saying, Nate, like it's really nice if you go in person and you can go ahead and do this like we were talking about. But if you're sending emails, doing everything over the phone, make sure that they actually take the terminal out of the box. I do take customer service queue calls, excuse me. And I talk to people who literally say, hey, this has been sitting in the box. I've never even utilized it and I'm just going to send it back. So that's where it's really key for you to go ahead and call and let them know that we're there for them. If they need to run a test transaction, how is it going? Do they like the device? Do they need something different? This will really help make sure that they, first of all, get activated so you receive your bonus, and then stay consistent with us, right? So make sure you follow up with them, make sure they're happy with the equipment and using the equipment, and that's where we make our money.
That is, I'm always shocked, and we have a pretty high activation rate, and a lot of our offices are in the upper 90s, some of them all 100% on activation. But occasionally when working with some of these partners, and I'm like, really? You do all that work? It's a lot of work to get that paperwork and get the driver's license and get all the signatures. And sometimes it's multiple owner signatures that you got to get in and lapped in because they have multiple. And you do all that work and then you don't do the follow up to get them actually processing, which is where we make our money. Hey, just do that. And the last one really is plan ahead. And that's where you're just organize your weeks and months, not just on sales, but on activation. Your job really is never done as a sales professional, but start thinking through and organizing your week. Like you may be working in a bunch of companies that all want to switch on the first of the month. We were talking about this in pre-show. There are a lot of companies, and it makes sense. They just want to switch their bookkeeping. Their bookkeeper doesn't want to mess with having 2 sets of books for that month. So we're going to switch on February 1st or March 1st. And that may mean you have to work and plan ahead because you're going to have multiple that need to be up and ready. So ready that their machinery is ready to go on that first. And maybe that means you've done test transactions, everything. You just got to put a plan together. Is there any suggestions or hints that you give to our partners when they're putting that plan together to organize themselves to make sure that every month they're doing as much as they can to get these merchants up so they can get these bonuses faster? Whoops, that's me, not you. There we go. Wrong button.
If you have the ability to do the installs, go ahead and plan on the first of the month, like Nate was saying. If you can go ahead and have maybe 5 new businesses or 3 or whatever it is, go and make a plan like, hey, I'm going to spend the afternoon doing these installs, running these transactions, making sure that the counter, back to that activation, right? Because half of the battle is getting them signed up with us, getting them approved, but then the other half is activation, making sure that they're processing. So plan ahead, know that maybe if you're going to do the install or then back to if you're not going to be in person, have a calendar, set some reminders, follow up with Sally's Flower Shop. Go ahead and call Bob's Auto Body Shop. Make sure they're good. Make sure they're happy with the equipment. So whether you can go in person or need to just call and do some follow-ups, really take some time to set a list, make sure that you're checking in with your merchants and making sure that they're active and that they're happy with their equipment.
Yeah, I mean, It's not rocket science, but it's kind of that grit and grind. You just got to have that internal push to go and just keep doing it. And when you plan ahead and you think, okay, I'm going to first thing I'm going to do is make contact, and I'm going to help sell them. Then I'm going to get them through their application. Then I'm going to follow up in case there's an additional paperwork. I'm going to get to do that approval. I'm going to get that hardware there. Then I'm going to get to the activation. Then I'm going to reach out to them 30 and 90 days out. Set a process, whatever works for you. Set those calendar reminders. Use a CRM. Whatever you do, there's all kinds of ways, and we'll probably talk about those in the months to come of different ways. And we're always the relationship managers, and our team is here to help you think through it. But if you work and plan ahead, you can create a workflow, a system, a pipeline that's going to create regular bonuses being paid in 2 to 3 days right after those activations, getting up and running. And I love when I see our partners excited, and I love when they start seeing those bonuses and residual checks. We don't do checks. It's all direct deposit. But when that money starts coming in, because that's what we're all about, when you get paid, we're getting paid. And so that's why we're all in it together. As you think about making sure that merchants get up and running and activated first, so our partners can get their bonuses, anything we haven't talked about that's important, Jenny? Anything you can think about?
Nothing I can think about, but just like you said, get excited about it, right? Like it's cool. It's fun. You're helping a business, first of all. So you're really helping them. And then you're helping yourself. It's a big, I just knocked over my microphone. Sorry, guys. I get happy. I'm excited.
Hey.
Like it can be a really cool thing to do. So go out there, get selling.
Get going. All right. We have a lot of things we're going to cover in office hours this year. We'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you for those who joined us live. I think it's one of the greatest ways. You could have chatted with us. Oh, no one. I put up what's up PPT Nation and my bike helmet. If you saw that, no one, but I know there are several of you watching live, but the other thing, you can watch this anytime. As soon as this is recorded, it's on YouTube. The links work, everything. Make sure you like and subscribe here on YouTube. And then we have another show today called POS Uncensored with Matt Proctor. That'll be a great show to join, but I'm actually going to talk about next week's show, because next week's POS Uncensored, we are having Rain and Ming from Quick POS on the show live. And so I'm going to push this several times, but if you have questions or things you would like to ask the CEO and founder and the director of VP of everybody's got it, the marketing guru at Quick, Rain, to ask questions, we would love to be able to ask those questions. And I would encourage you can do it beforehand and send me an email, or you can be live and I'll be watching the chat. We're going to be bringing more people on the POS Uncensored show. We may do that. We have several other shows that we're going to do this year as we continue to help give you the toolbox you need to be the most successful paymentpreneurs in the business, because PayProTec is committed to our partners making sure that as you make more, we'll make more. And the only way we do this together is together. Wow, that's a bold statement. And the only way we can do this together is to do it together. And you don't go anywhere else to get that incredible, deep, philosophical advice. You're not going to go anywhere else. All right, Jenny, because you're the only one other than me, I'm going to give you the closing word. What do you say to our partners as we have our first show in 2025, and we're already almost halfway, not almost, well, yeah, we're on the Eastern time zone. Jenny's not quite to the halfway point of January. I'm already past the halfway point of January. So it's perfect, Jenny. What are you going to say for the second half of January 2025?
You guys, we're so grateful for you, all of our sales partners out there. Thanks for taking time to watch the show today. And back to just really get excited, get in it. There is such a great opportunity to earn some revenue here. Reach out to us if you have questions. We are all here to help. We have some good shows coming up as 2025 continues on. So keep your eyes open for that and those dates. And I'm really excited. It's going to be a great year, you guys.
I love it. On behalf of Jenny Rickle, I'm Nate Manahan, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.